Tensions are at an all-time high. What started with the war in Ukraine has now escalated into fears of a possible World War III. But what does the future actually hold? Both Russia and China have repeatedly stated that they do not want a war with NATO. However, as we have seen from Putin's actions in Ukraine, it is clear that he is willing to start a war with a country that was once part of his own sphere of influence. And while China's intentions towards Taiwan remain unclear, it is a known fact that they consider the island a breakaway province that will eventually return to Chinese control by force if necessary. Will there be a global war, and if so, how would it affect Germany? For Germany, its location, military alliances, and economic importance make it a key player in any conflict between NATO and powers like Russia or China. But ultimately, the question remains, is Germany truly prepared? In this video, we will take a look at the current situation and explore the possibilities of a wider conflict. As things stand right now, a direct confrontation between NATO and Russia or China seems highly unlikely. So while a direct war may be unlikely, the possibility of regional conflicts spilling over into a wider war cannot be ignored. For example, if Russia were to decide to push further into Eastern Europe, it could provoke NATO to intervene directly, which could then lead to a wider conflict. The same is true for China. If they were to invade Taiwan, it is likely that the US would intervene, which could draw other NATO countries into the conflict. Considering these possibilities, it is important to analyze how Germany would be affected in such a scenario. Being located in the center of Europe, Germany will likely be one of the first countries affected by a war between NATO and Russia or China. As a member of NATO, Germany has an obligation to defend its allies, which could put it in a direct conflict with Russia. Additionally, Germany's strong economy and strategic location make it an important player in any conflict between NATO and these powers. However, it is also worth considering how Germany itself would fare in such a conflict. As a country with a large population and a history of involvement in multiple wars, it is clear that Germany has the resources and capabilities to defend itself. But the real question is whether it has the will to fight. Would the German people be willing to defend their country in the event of a wider war? In conclusion, while the possibility of a World War III is still uncertain, it is important to be aware of the potential risks and consequences.